The biggest challenges facing the park's natural resources and the biodiversity of the natural resources are definitely the infestation of non-native invasive plants. If you drive up and down the parkway, you can see that as clear as day, particularly the vining plants on trees. That can definitely lead to forest loss through tree death. And so that's something that we're working towards at the Conservancy to mitigate as best as we can with the people-powered restoration.
Right now, within this particular work, we're trying to reintroduce some of that biodiversity back. With a lot of invasive plants, the challenge is that it kind of outcompetes a lot of the natives and they don't have a chance. So by reintroducing some of these biodiverse plants back into Rock Creek Park that are native, it helps kind of bring balance and kind of bring diversity, not only to the forest, but also to the park. There is the Day of the Dead celebration that's happening, especially in Mexico, and somebody that I want to pay tribute to is my grandfather, who is the person who got me involved with nature. So a lot of fishing trips at the Gulf of Mexico when I was younger, like just having the opportunity to go with him. He was like a workaholic, but when he went to the beach, he was a completely different person. So seeing how powerful nature is to kind of transform like a person's like psyche and spirit was like truly magical, and I didn't think about it then, but like when I reflected about what I wanted to do as a career, I wanted to be happy. And what always got me happy was being outside.
I was raised fishing, and my family would hunt and we would have a garden and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of had, it was a bit raised into me. But I consider, being out in nature is very therapeutic for me. It's very meditative, even spiritual. So I really love learning from the world around me. I think it's the best way to learn how to be a human in this world.
A lot of people love this park and they want to protect it, and I would tell people that if you go on hikes and you see the forest, you can really see the natural biodiversity and you can see what it should look like, and it just needs a little help along the edges from community.
Understanding that this is not land that has just been sitting here for thousands of years, but that there have been peoples here who have had really, have had connections to this land and have been stewarding it for a long time before the European colonizers got here and made it into the city that we recognize today. And so that's something that I like to keep in mind when we're doing this kind of work, and I like to share with other people.